A blessed Friday to all of you, my dear friends. My name is Abion Calo and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today's Gospel is taken from Matthew chapter 18, verses 1 to 5, and then verse 10. In verse 10, it says there, "See that you do not despise one of these little ones," referring to a child. "For I tell you that in heaven their angels always behold the face of my Father who is in heaven." Now, it seems like this verse is inserted in this gospel because today is the feast day of the holy guardian angels. The doctrine that every individual soul has a guardian angel is not clearly defined by the church, and so it's not an article of faith. However, it's in the mind of the church, expressed particularly by church fathers like Saint Jerome or Saint Basil. This feast reminds us that God cares for us individually, that each of us, He sends a guardian angel to watch over us, and that these angels of ours always behold the face of the Father who is in heaven. What does this tell us? This tells us that indeed, even though at times it is easy for us to forget the truth, that the God who is the creator of all the universe would look down upon us with such care and love. This reminds us that God cares for us so much. If we examine our life, maybe some of us can say, these guardian angels sometimes find us boring and a burden to them because of how we live our lives. But God cares for us. And our prayer is that one day we will be the cause of their rejoicing. But it all depends on how we live our lives. Verses 1 to 5 teaches us how to live our lives, how to conduct ourselves, how we need to see ourselves. Some Bible scholars would actually say that Matthew chapter 18 is like the manual of discipline. It teaches us how to live our lives. Last Monday, my good friend Lucy Taka gave a good commentary about how we need to carry ourselves like children, like a child who is humble, who is innocent and pure, totally dependent on the adults. And in our case, we need to be like a child, to humble ourselves, to be pure and innocent, to be totally dependent on God. And I will not develop that further. And I would like to say something about verse 5. It says there that whoever receives a child in my name receives me. This passage does not only talk about how we need to carry ourselves. This passage also teaches us how to look others, how to consider others, how to care for others. In this society, it's easy for people to look down on people who are insignificant, people who are kind of weak and cannot survive in this aggressive and competitive get-ahead world. Whoever receives humble people receives Jesus. And in the same way, the opposite is also true. Whoever despises these little ones, whoever despises humble people, those whom the society considered as insignificant, they also despise Jesus. As we celebrate this feast of the holy guardian angels, let's also pray that God will continue to allow His care and His love be felt by us and be felt by those who are really in need, those who feel that they are insignificant, those who feel that they are being even humiliated. But let us also present ourselves that God might use us, that they might experience God's care and protection for these little ones. God bless us all.